What's up, guys? It's KG, and I've got a really fun, short, sharp HIIT workout for you today. You don't need any equipment for this workout, so you've got no excuses to have a real party with me. If you've got a mat, you can have that on standby. Otherwise, we're going to jump straight into your warm-up today. I want you to take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to start with a standing sumo stretch. So drop down into a quarter squat position, hands interlaced together, pressing straight up towards the sky, and then a big reach out and across to the right, rounding through your spine as you push those hands down through center, and then reaching out over to the left. You'll pause at the top, change direction, and sweep it all the way back around, finding more space through the spine each and every stretch. Let's go one more time in each direction. So try and keep that weight anchored down and steady through your hips and your knees, just that upper body moving. Reaching nicely back around, push those hands really close to the floor, and all the way up, nice and tall. You'll toe heel your feet together, and we're gonna go into our standing roll-ups, which I call candy canes. So you wanna imagine a giant candy cane in front of you. Tuck your upper abdominals in towards you as you roll your body all the way down towards the ground. Hips staying stacked over those knees, just the softest bend in the knees to help you push down through your feet to roll all the way back up. Arms drift up. It looks a little creepy, I know, but really focus on pulling the upper abdominals up and in towards you as you keep floating the body down. We're gonna hang out here on this one and walk our hands out one at a time into a down dog position. Reach those hips up nice and high first, and then start to cement your heels towards the floor. Keep lifting the hips as you charge your chest back closer to your thighs. Firmly plant your hands into the ground. And then from here, we're gonna keep the toes tucked and roll all the way through into a tuck toe up dog. From here, I want you to tap one hip at a time towards the floor, and your eye gaze will glance over that opposite shoulder. So you'll feel a really beautiful stretch through the psoas and the hip flexor, really opening up the front line of the body. Let's go 3 more, 2, and 1. From here, pulling your lowest abs in towards you, reach back up nice and high into that down dog position. Lift the hips up even higher. See if you can draw those heels a little closer towards the floor. And from here, we're gonna add my favorite, a bear hold to this drill. So you'll float your body weight forward, knees will float underneath the hips, and then you're gonna drive all the way back up. So we're gonna float the knees forward, drive those hips up. Good, let's go 2 more times like that, and then we're gonna hold our bear hold. Good, last one. We hold here. You want to practice this drill because it's going to be coming your way a few times in the workout today. So think about wrapping your elbows in towards each other, zipping your abs up and in, and knees floating just an inch off the floor. Good. Keep holding. You've got 5, 4. We're shooting back into that down dog in 2, and 1. Hips lift nice and high. You'll pedal out those calves for me. 1 heel at a time, reaching towards the floor for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower your knees to the ground, and you'll roll yourself over for our core activation. We're gonna start with a dead bug. So I want you to lie all the way down. Hands are gonna reach up straight above the shoulders, knees into tabletop position. From here, you'll extend your right leg and your left arm away with an inhale. And then exhale, drawing all the way back to starting position. Nice, slow, and controlled. We switch it out, right arm, left leg, and exhaling back to that starting position. So I need you to keep that 90-degree bend at the leg, and then you only extend the leg so low as you can control your lower back to the floor. There we go, gorgeous. Now, the more controlled you can be through that exhale, the more control you're gonna have from the lower abs, which is where we're trying to fire up. So find length as you reach fingertips and heel away from each other, and then find control as you draw those limbs back into starting position. You should be feeling that core really firing up right now, and you've got another 25 seconds. So I'd love for you to focus on those deep controlled exhales to really get the most out of this exercise. Control this last repetition, and then hands come behind the head, shoulder blades lift up off the floor for a crisscross. You'll rotate your right elbow outside your left knee. Try and connect them or get them as close as you can, and then lifting higher through center, you switch to the other side. So I want those shoulder blades staying up off the floor the entire time, and then drop your head nice and heavy back into those hands. So both shoulder blades, especially as you rotate across, this bottom one is staying up. That's how you're gonna get that beautiful working space. Your upper abs should be starting to swear at me. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can hug those knees into your chest. to quickly roll yourself over. We're going to set you up for one of the drills we're going to be doing a little later on in class. So you're going to come into a high plank position. Take your left hand to your right shoulder and then float your right leg just off the floor. Good. Pop those down and let's switch to the other side. Right hand to left shoulder, left hand lifts off the floor. Good. Let's try one more time on each side. Maybe you can start to lift them at the same time. Good. And switch. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, keeping that shape. All I want you to do is step your knees in to a bear hold position. You'll hold here and we'll do the same shoulder tap type motion. So hand will tap to opposite shoulder. So set your framework up now and you join me. We're going to stay here for 30 seconds. So a little longer in this position. We're going to focus on the hips staying nice and steady, knees staying close to the floor. Okay, and if you ever need to modify, I just want you to step back out to your high plank position. Okay, otherwise you're holding this nice bear. You're really firing up the entire body, not only the core, okay, but full body working here. You've got 10 seconds, then we up off those wrists. So quick glance at your knees, make sure they're staying nice and close to the floor. That's a great indication if your hips are starting to wander up too high. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Push all the way back, coming to a nice standing position, and team, it is reaction time. So this is one of my favorite ways to get you warm, coordinated, and ready to go. We're gonna go 4 different drills that I'll be calling out at random across a 90-second period. So practice them with me now. We've got lateral fast feet, okay? So you're gonna be using your feet and your arm, nice little steps to drive sideways. If I call agility feet, it's gonna be out and in, out and in, out and in, okay? Just smaller steps. We've got forward and back hops, okay? Nice and light, just staying on the toes. And last drill will be a sprint, using those arms and knees to drive up nice and high, really athletic. All right, those are your 4 drills. They'll be coming at random. I want you to be really on those transition times. 90 seconds on the clock. We're gonna start with lateral fast feet in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So never underestimate how much your arms are gonna play into this, okay? You need to keep moving them the entire time for most of these drills. Forward back hops. Here we go. Good, nice and light, just on those toes. We turn it into a sprint. Arms are back. So think about the faster your arms move, the faster your legs are gonna move. Here we go, agility feet. Out and in, out and in. Good, can you stay a little lower? Chest stays lifted, lateral fast feet now. Woo! I know, 90 seconds, what? Forward and back, here we go, pop. Pop. This one should feel nice, light, and fun. You're back to lateral fast feet. Agility feet. You're going good, team. You're over halfway. High knees. Come on, sprint it out. You got forward back hops. Light. Come on, keep staying on those changes. Here we go, agility feet. Good, take it sideways, lateral. You got 20 seconds left. Come on, don't stop. Don't stop, high knees. Good, you got 4 back hops. Almost there, give me 8, 7, 6, sprint to finish for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woof. Shake it out. Hey, you should be fired up and ready to go. Good news, you've got a 1-minute recovery right now while I set you up for the workout today. I'm gonna show you your first 2 drills. We've got a walk out to a push-up. It'll be a narrow push-up. So you're gonna hinge at the hips, walk your hands all the way out to a high plank, hit your push-up, walk them back, legs are gonna stay straight, walking all the way back up. Second exercise will flow straight from that into mountain climber sprint. So you'll hold your high plank position, knees running in towards your chest as fast as you can, keeping those hips nice and steady. All right, guys. Those are the first 2 drills. We're going 30 seconds each. We're starting right now with that walkout in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Hinging at the hips to walk all the way out, lowering into that narrow push-up, walking all the way back in. Nice standing position. Now, if you need to modify for your push-up, just drop your knees to the floor, then lift them back up for that walkout position. Good. So keep that soft bend in the knees each time as you drop down. So, and you're rolling back up. So just a soft bend, but pretty straight legs. We're gonna transition into your mountain climber in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So you wanna keep your body weight forward, so shoulders are stacked over those wrists. Collarbone nice and open. Eye gaze at those fingertips. Running those knees in towards your chest. Now, if you need to modify and slow it down, you'll just march your knees in one at a time. But stay with me, team, because you've only got another 10 seconds, and then you get a little rest. Let's go. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, good job. All right, coming up to stand, we're going into a reverse lunge for 30 seconds, and then we've got a really fun drill coming your way. So reverse lunge, alternating each time, back knee coming down towards the floor. We then go into a lateral leap with a 2-foot jump. Leap sideways, 2-foot jump. Leap sideways, 2-foot jump. Let's reverse lunge in 3, 2, and 1. So I like to take my hands to my hips. If it feels better for you to have them forward, that's totally fine. What you're focusing on is a nice controlled rhythm as you stack your front knee over the front ankle and your back knee lowering down towards the floor underneath that back hip. You want that torso nice and upright, core is engaged, and then really think about driving through that front heel to push yourself all the way up. We transition, lateral leap to 2-foot jump in 2 and 1. Here we go. Leap, jump, leap, jump. Now you'll see how I use my arms to help pull my body up in that 2-foot jump, and they drive backwards in the lateral leap. If you're not jumping today, you're gonna step and reach, all right? Otherwise, we've got 12 seconds, team. Keep it up. Then we get a little recovery. Good, let's work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake it out. Okay, first drill. Walkouts, push-ups stays exactly the same. The mountain climber will graduate, if you want, into a typewriter. Quick demo. It's a mountain climber on the move. It looks like this. You'll take a few steps sideways and then a few steps back, okay? So that will be when I call out typewriter. On your feet. All right, let's go. Walk out to push up in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So second round through, you might start to increase your pace. So see how many push-ups you can get in this 30-second working block. Elbows tuck in nice and tight. So whether you're on your knees or your toes, you want to graze those elbows straight past your rib cage. Neck will stay nice and long. You've got your mountain climber or your typewriter in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So typewriter involves a little more coordination, but you're also going to get the benefit of some extra core work. If it doesn't feel appropriate for you, I want you to hold on the spot. You'll be in your mountain climber position, and you are sprinting those knees in as fast as you can. Whichever option you're taking, you have 10 seconds left. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Woo, pop it all the way up. All right, it's your first exercise that changes this time. You've got a lunge to a knee drive. Reverse lunge, knee drive. We'll stay 15 seconds on the right leg, then we'll go 15 seconds on the left leg. Here we go. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're gonna drive back, pop up. So think about a really explosive knee drive. Those arms are gonna be nice and athletic. Still going for range with that back knee drawing right down towards the floor. We change in 2 and 1. Quick change. Here we go. Come on, make it seamless. You got it. Lateral leap to 2-foot jump coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Leap and jump. So I want you to think 1 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot, 2 foot. So really pushing off that single foot for the leap, but then jumping up and away from the floor with that 2-foot jump, both feet pushing equally. 10 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good job, team. Shake that out. You've got 40 seconds to rest while I set you up for your second working round. Same thing. We're going to go 2 drills back to back, 30 seconds each, little recovery in between before the second combination. So 2 rounds through. Your first exercise you need to know is a bear crawl. You're going to set up, hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We practice this in your warm-up. You'll float those knees just off the floor. You'll take a few steps forward, and you're going to take a few steps back. So depending on the space you're in, you might have a little more room to go. Then you'll hold in this position, knees floating just off the floor. We transition into bear hops. Okay, so knees going together outside one elbow, hips staying nice and low, focusing on that rotation. Let's set up for our bear crawl, 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to think about moving hand and opposite foot at the same time. The real priority is going slow and keeping the knees low, okay? So I want you to imagine you're balancing something on your tailbone, and you've got to stay smooth and controlled throughout this whole time, okay? So don't take steps that are too big where you lose that nice tabletop shape. You want to keep that shape the whole time. You get a quick wrist relief in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just drop your knees to the floor. Quickly shake your wrists out. We set up for bear hops in 2 and 1. Here we go. So you're only here for 30 seconds. I want you to try keep those knees close to the floor, and then you're driving them as close as you can outside those elbows. If you need to slow it down, you can take it to a step, okay? So you're still gonna focus on those hips, staying low. You're gonna notice your legs really start to burn in this one. Team, you've got 8 seconds. Then we get a 20-second breather in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Drop it down, roll it over. This one, nice and simple. We've got an explosive single leg glute bridge. So lying down, hands press into the floor. Your left heel is gonna start digging into the floor. Right leg lifts off, there's a 90-degree bend. You're gonna drive up and away from the ground, pushing through that heel. We'll switch after 30 seconds. We're going in 2 and 1. Let's go. Push, push. So each repetition, I want you to explosively drive up. Okay, so boom, boom. There we go. Good. Now you're gonna really start to feel that hamstring on the left side have to work. Press your arms super heavy into the floor. Keep that collarbone nice and open. Woo! Should be feeling it. You'll be begging for that leg change. It's coming in 5, 4, 3, you got it, 2, and 1. Quick change, right foot's down, left leg, 90-degree bend, push. Try keep those hips nice and level. Same effort going into the right leg that you put into the left. Come on, big push, like you're trying to stamp that heel through the ground. Good. You've got 10 seconds, then you get a little break. Here we go, different kind of fatigue in this one. Okay, not so cardio, but we're really feeling that burn. You've got 2 and 1. Good job. Shake it out. We're gonna roll over. We go back into that bear crawl combo. Everything's staying the same this time, except you're a little different, right? You're educated, you know what's coming. So I wanna see those knees even closer to the floor. Okay, if you didn't try the bear hops the first round, maybe this is your time to shine. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Nice controlled bear crawl forward and back. So keep checking in on your knees every now and then, just a quick glance to make sure they're nice and close to the floor. I like to say they flirt with the floor, okay? They're almost touching it, but just not quite. Good. Hips are steady. Thoughtful hand placements each time. You're gonna have that quick little wrist relief in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake them out. We're gonna set up for those bear hops in 3, 2, and 1. Now this is the hard one, okay? 30 seconds. Because you're staying in this compact shape the whole time, there's not much space for that burn to go, okay? So you might start to feel it trap into your quads, okay? You're feeling it through your core. Push your hands really assertively into the floor so you can use your upper body strength. Come on, you've got 10 seconds, then we're resting. Almost there, team. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower those knees down. Roll over to set up for that explosive single leg glute bridge. You're doing great. Okay, roll it down. Use your fingertips to measure. Okay, you can reach those heels. We'll start with the right heel down first this time. Left leg sitting up in that 90-degree bend. We're driving up in 3, 2, 1. So I need you to drive up and away from the floor with purpose each time. I don't want to see just little reps here. I want to drive. Really push those hips up and away from the floor. That's how you're going to make change. Okay, you want to work the posterior chain, back line of the body. So really squeeze that heel into the floor, activate that hamstring and glute. Here we go. Gorgeous, guys. You're gonna switch leg in 5, 4, a straight change in 2, and 1. Go. Good. Don't waste any time. You never throw away seconds of your workout. These are short workouts. You gotta make them count. Good. You wanna use your breath in this position. Nice job. Okay, keep pushing those hips a little higher. They'll start to cheat us of our range, so we have to get really diligent on making sure that we're pushing up and away from the floor as much as we can. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it down. Woof. Okay, you're gonna hug those knees in. Team, it's not over. We have one hell of a finisher for you today. Bring yourself up to stand. You've still got a bit of time to recover. I'm gonna show you 3 exercises. This is really fun. We're gonna chop it down in time. 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds. There'll be small recoveries in between. We'll go 30 seconds on each of these 3 drills. Drill number 1, your 3-step agility run. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? So nice and dynamic with those arms. Second exercise, you've got a high knee sprint. We already practiced this in our reaction drills in the beginning, but I'm looking for you to be even faster, okay? Really wanna see those arms moving as much as the knees. Third exercise, you knew they were coming, you've got burpees. So you can go flight burpee, which is no push-up, or you can throw the push-up in there. Whatever is gonna do the job for you today, okay? So remember, it's a big finisher. 30 seconds of each of those, we'll take a 20-second break. We'll chop the time down to 20 seconds, then we'll go into 10-second rounds. We're starting with our 3-step agility run, 30 seconds, in 3, 2, and 1, let's go. So I want you to think about this 1 drill at a time, okay? Just be really present with the drill we're focusing on rather than thinking too far forward about what's coming. Gorgeous. Okay, 15 seconds through. Now that you know the movement pattern, maybe you can speed it up a little bit. Drive that arm, so it's opposite arm and knee, driving up at that sticking point. It's a high knee sprint in 3, 2, 1, here we go. If you ever need to modify down in your high knee sprint, you're just gonna drop those knees a little lower, okay? And keep a consistent turnover of the legs. Take it into a little bit more of a run. Otherwise, you're charging, okay? Come on, keep that chest lifted so you can take in all the oxygen. We're gonna need it because we've got 30 seconds of burpees coming up. In 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So flight burpee with no push-up, or you can throw that push-up in all the way down to the ground, okay? Next option, if you need to fully modify and you want to do the push-up, is to drop your knees down for the push-up and then jump up. Guys, you've got 10 seconds, then we get a little recovery. Let's go. Come on, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! 20 seconds. It's not long enough for you to run away from me. Okay, so suck in some oxygen right now. The best news, you've done the worst part. Now it's only 20 seconds of each drill. Okay, so let's try have some fun with it. Bring yourself up to stand. 3-step agility run, you got this. We're going in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, this one should feel really natural this round. I dare you to go faster for 8, 7, high knees in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on, run those drills together. Here we go. Keep breathing. You've got 10. Woo! Guys, burpees is next. You've got 3, 2, 1. Come on, try jump those feet in nice and wide so you've got a good foundation to drive up and away from the ground with. Woo! You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds. You earned it. Okay. This part will be the most fun. 10-second working intervals. They are over before you know it. So, guys, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor, give it everything. 3-step run in 3, 2, and 1. How many lengths can you get in 10 seconds time? Come on, chest up, eyes forward, high knees in 2, 1. I told you they're quick changeovers. Those burpees coming your way in 4, 3, strong finish in 2, 1, let's go. Maybe that push-up sneaks in there. Maybe, right? Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a moment. I need one too, don't worry. You're gonna bring yourself down to the ground as you start to gather that breath. Team, it's a little feisty finisher, so I'm proud of you. I want you to lower yourself down to a child's pose position. Knees nice and wide, feet together. Reach those fingertips all the way out. I like to tent my hands into the floor so I can drop my chest a little lower. Feel a relief through the shoulder blades. And really try to sit your butt heavy onto those heels. From this position, I want you to roll forward. You'll lower your chest all the way down to the ground. Left hand's gonna come underneath the left shoulder. Right arm will cactus to the side. Shift that elbow up 1 inch higher than the shoulder. And then pushing into your left hand, I want you to roll all the way over onto the right. You're gonna feel a beautiful release through that right shoulder, that right pec. Option to just drop the leg over like I have, or you can keep them stacked. But try relax that neck. Good, you wanna breathe into the stretch. And then rolling back through center, we'll switch out to the other side. Right hand under right shoulder, left arm cactuses to the side. Shift that elbow up 1 inch. And then pushing into the right hand, you'll stretch out that left side. Now, the more you push into your right hand, the more of a relief you're gonna feel on that left side, okay? So that's how you gauge your intensity in the stretch. Beautiful. Coming back through center, nice and gently. I want you to tuck your toes, push all the way down and back into a down dog position. Take a gauge of whether this feels different from the first time you did your down dog, okay? Because you probably found some more mobility during our time together. I want you to reach one heel at a time towards the floor. And then keeping both heels down, walk your hands back towards your feet, one at a time. Staying bent over, soft bend in the knees, clasp your hands behind your back if it's available to you, and let those arms drop all the way forward, drawing your chest closer to your thighs. You're gonna push your weight down through your heels, soft bend through the knees to roll yourself all the way up. And relax those arms down, and team, you are done today. Thank you so much for your effort. That one was a little fiery. We had a lot of long working blocks in there, so I'm super impressed with your effort. Hey, keep practicing this stuff because it's meant to feel challenging. That's where we want to be, and we're just going to keep working on it and progressing together. I'll see you at your next workout.